Hello there, do you know what is profit? Yes, profit is an integral part in selling price, specifically when business earn an extra portion of money after eliminating the expenses and production costs. Next question, do you know what is profit maximization? What Islam says about it? Right now, in this video, we'll talk about profit maximization in Islamic perspective, bringing evidence from the religion's primary sources, views between Islamic versus conventional scholars, relationship between ethics and profit maximization in business, and lastly, its benefits.
Profit maximization in Islam is a controversial topic debated among Islamic scholars, with majority of them opposes the idea as maximizing profit seems materialistic. However, there is no actual context in Sharia sources mentioned on the limits of legally earned profit that one can attain.
Our project is aligned with the concept of profit maximization is acceptable in Islam, by elaborating findings from the Islamic economists in the latter part, in which making profit is encouraged and recognized as reward bless the traders.
Misconception between maximizing profit and seeking maximum profit need to be distinguished as to not turn the market to the ideal of one's greed. In this context, creating wealth and profit should follow the Islamic principles and ethics derived from the sources of Sharia. Business firms and individuals guided by Islamic ethics will not only benefit from profit in the world but also achieve success in the hereafter.
To get a better understanding on profit maximization, let us have a look at some views from both Islamic and conventional points of view. In Islamic literature, the idea of profit maximization is not to be completely rejected because the earning of profit is not a negative aspect. In Surah Al-Baqarah verse 16, a word reap which is translated as profit is mentioned. An Al-Quran commentator interprets the words where he states that earning profit is the purpose of doing any business activity, or else the activities will be a waste of time and effort if it is done profitless. Although earning profit is allowable, Islam really stresses on how the maximization of profit is being done. Islam views profit as a blessing from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. In line with a hadith by Imam Tirmizi, it was reported that Prophet ﷺ prayed to Allah to bestow blessing into the bargain done by his companion. On the other hand, in conventional view, profit is viewed as the reward for decision making and facing the risk involved when doing business. It is different from the view of Islam. Second, the objective of maximizing profit should also be taken into account. Islam preaches its believers to attain profit in order to achieve falah. Other than that, the means of earning profit should ideally follow Islamic guidelines where it instills kindness, tolerance, and brotherhood. In maximizing profit, the way it is earned is more important than the maximized amount. However, there are some opinions that impose limitation into the concept. The opinions are as follows. Meanwhile, in conventional view, profit is seen as the end goal of doing business and trading, which contradicts to the concept of falah. They also do business to maximize profit due to the social responsibility of the capitalists for a better public image. Other than that, it is also important to note that there are also Islamic economists that disagree with profit maximization as they condemn profit maximization as integrating the maximizing behavior, which seems to contradict moral conduct and encourage love for worldly matters. However, it implies reasoning and needs further explanation.
Next, we will discuss about ethics to maximize profit. Ethics can be understood as an effort with common sense to formulate a theory about the maintenance of a good life. In addition, Islamic ethics refer to a set of laws that govern individual and organizational behavior in order to promote transparency and responsibility in behavior and deeds while protecting social interests. Islamic ethics discussed in this video has three bases, which are fairness, benevolence, and selflessness as guided by source of Sharia. Firstly, Islam strongly encourages its people to engage in business activity fairly and honestly. Merchants must offer items at fair rates or deliver quality services suitable with the payment or services provided while not affecting society and the environment's interests. According to Sanusi and friends, taking the profit is not wrong. It just needs to be fair because Islam itself teaches the followers to be modest in seeking profit. Islam encourages to seek reasonable profit rather than to pursuit of maximum profit. Other than that, an important ethics in business is to be benevolent by giving charity, alms, and not being cruel to yourself and others. Ihsan, relationship with others, equity, and responsibility are the four cornerstones of Islamic ethics. Lastly, the third basis is selflessness. When a producer willingly reduces the total profit of his firm, then the reward given by Allah SWT increase to the producer. Traders need to have selflessness by being human to all human beings, with the meaning that all behaviors and decisions taken must consider the interests of all parties and not just pursue the profit alone. It is not wrong for business to earn and increase profit, but it needs to be done in an ethical way.
Although some of the Islamic scholars are opposed to the idea of profit maximization, it is still undeniable that by maximizing profit, it can help a lot of business, especially the small ones. Profit maximization allows and helps to guide small business owners on the process of decision making over the time. For instance, earning profits could help the owners in applying for bank loans because it shows that the owners are capable of paying back the loan. To maximize profit, small business owners should improve their marketing strategy so that their product can be reached to the new potential customers. One of the ways to market the product is by sponsoring a social media influencer with a decent amount of followers to promote the product. The achievement of the goal will be ensured via profit maximization because the profit maximization is one of the indicators to measure the firm's performance and efficiency. Additionally, profit maximization is equal to efficiency because it enables firms to fully utilize the input or resources in order to produce the output. Firms that manage to maximize their profit will attract potential investors to invest in their business since it indicates that the firm is performing well and excellently in operating their business. This will also increase the firm's capital and help them to survive longer in the market. In Islamic banking perspective, profit maximization is allowable as long as it is not contradictory with Sharia and social mandatory by most of the Islamic scholars. In the long run, Islamic banking could protect the worth of wealth and other high-value assets. This can be accomplished by balancing the aforementioned principle, in which protection comes before establishment and establishment comes before nurturing.